Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up because he's the acceptable monster.
On his ass and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know.
In an unguarded, profoundly human moment, Jay-Z was spotted openly crying, a rare glimpse behind the veneer of invincibility. The sudden fracture of composure stunned even those who have followed his rise for decades. Known as a symbol of relentless strength, the self-made titan whose lyrics resonate with determination and whose empire reflects calculated mastery, he has long been perceived as untouchable. Yet, behind the carefully curated image, unspoken struggles and buried resentments may simmer. This public display of vulnerability challenges the myth of absolute power. What happens when the icon we revere exposes the fragility beneath the legend?
To uncover the homo thugs. She talking about Diddy. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug.
So you hear about stories of Diddy like shooting people, blowing up cars.
Yeah.
Is he this gangster that behind the scenes that is that him?
Insiders close to Jay-Z suggest the source of his anguish stems from a deep betrayal by Diddy, an act so cutting it shattered his emotional defenses. Throughout his life, Jay-Z has navigated the delicate balance between camaraderie and rivalry within hip-hop's inner circles. Loyalty to friends and an unforgiving stance against deception have always been central to his code. If these reports are true, this isn't just a personal wound. It's an attack on the very principles of trust that bind their world. When loyalty is weaponized into pain, can a bond forged in power endure?
And I'm happy to be here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be able to be in a platform like yours to give my opinion. You know, opinion is just like an asshole. Everybody got one. You know what I mean? You know, I give my opinion, and it seems to make a lot of people upset, you know, but then a lot of people love my opinion. That's why you bring me on here. And I really appreciate that, brother. I just want to say this before we get started, Art, is that, you know, a lot of people think I came here to bring a black man down. And that's what I hear in the comments a whole lot. But it was nothing like that. You know, a black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, you know, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their ass. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you know, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for?
Bruh, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed.
An insider paints a vivid picture of Jay-Z's moment of collapse. Over and over, he asked, why would he do this? his voice quivering, caught between shock and rage. Jay-Z, known for his sharp intellect and tight emotional control, rarely shows such cracks. Even his music often grapples with themes of power, control, and loss. To witness this level of vulnerability is to see a reversal of roles. The man who embodies resilience now confronting a betrayal that shakes even the strongest minds. In that fracture, one can't help but wonder, what remains to keep him whole?
We're out of studio, and I had my jaw, it's in Yonkers. And my jaw was still wired shut.
This is when you got signed. I heard about the story.
This is when he knew he would sign me.
Okay.
My jaw was wired shut, and the locks, the guy signed first to Puff, and D from Rough Riders, Darren, he gave me the Puff, and one thing I respect about him, and real shit, is that at least he told me to my face what he felt. And when D told Puff, he said, yo, if you like the locks, you're gonna love X. And I spit or whatever, and he was like, his voice is too rough, he's not marketable. Didn't like it, but I had to respect it.
No, let's make some noise from Puff.
Hold up. He came right behind and tried to clean up. So maybe 3 weeks later, when he found out I was getting signed for Def Jam, he was like, yo, I'll lace your pockets. I'll double what they gave you and lace your pockets. I'm like, nah, homie. Because if you didn't see the beast that I was,
what point did he tell you that? What point?
I told you, like maybe 3 weeks after I got signed to Def Jam. He was like, yo, I'll lace your pockets. I'll double what they gave you and lace your pockets. I'm like, nah, I'm cool.
So it's a legendary story.
You didn't know. I said, but I respect that about Puff.
Right.
I mean, because a lot of motherfuckers, they see you on a wild goose. They won't tell you. They're like, call me later, call me later.
Yeah, industry talk.
I respect the fact that he told me to my face. He said, you know what, your voice is too rough and you're not marketable. So at least he was willing to, in my mind, what I think he's saying is, work on this.
Right.
So, actually, listen.
Constructive criticism.
It's a famous story that said that when you and Jay-Z battled, right? Because this battle happened, right? Correct?
A couple times.
It wasn't just once.
Nah.
So when you and
when the
Jay-Z
people,
battled,
tend to refer to is the one that happened backstage.
We heard that Big L had recorded that one battle.
They said that Big L
That's
recorded
crazy by
that
itself.
battle. Do you remember Big L being there?
Sources say Jay-Z's close circle is quietly mobilizing, stepping in to shield him from media scrutiny and safeguard sensitive negotiations. Over the years, he has forged alliances across music, sports, and business, always surrounding himself with trusted partners. Yet when trust is broken, even the strongest bonds can weaken. The repercussions of a single betrayal could ripple throughout his vast empire. How far can one act of disloyalty spread when it's entangled in networks of...
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough.
Why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time. Like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D. Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D. Haven.
We need to talk to him.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone with him.
You did.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him. And so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone.
Industry insiders caution that this moment could alter the balance of power. A visibly shaken Jay-Z may be seen as vulnerable, and vulnerability is an invitation for opportunists. For decades, he has navigated negotiations with meticulous strategy, securing respect alongside deals. Yet now, the emotional toll could jeopardize his sway, unless he manages to convert this pain into renewed strength. Is this the start of a decline, or the dawn of a fiercer, more resilient era?
Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died of an imaginary aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is and the boss's boss don't get no. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. You go when you get by the industry, nowhere. That's where you go nowhere, which is where people like me step in. You right? I go to Diddy parties. Out! Because ain't nobody stopping me when I come.
So let me ask you, because I look at Gabriel Union, and when you mention things like Jay-Z's time is coming for him, then I look at Beyonce. And I say that, women do have
that country album, and any of you that buy that shit, stupid as shit.
You don't give it no
trap music with goddamn a holster and a head.
In private discussions with trusted allies, Jay-Z is said to grapple with whether to reveal Diddy's alleged betrayal, aware it could harm both their reputations. He has always navigated the fine line between public image and personal discretion. Few witness the depth of his deliberation over speaking out versus remaining silent. Speaking the truth could bring catharsis, or deepen the wound. Staying silent might safeguard appearances, or bury reality, which carries the heavier weight, the truth left unspoken, or a reputation at risk.
Tammy Wynette, classic. Stand by your man. Don't act like you don't know that. Remake that. Stand by that. That's a real country hit. Jolene, nice. But it has a ring to it. Stand by your man. Yeah. Whoops. And disrespects you with other like Kathy Coriana White.
All right, well, let's do it like
who was
this.
Actually carrying his baby while you was faking it. Why your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you? He put it in everybody else. Wild in this world, yo.
It's funny you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling
that
it.
belongs to the devil. Unless you calling that the devil, she ain't nothing but an employee.
Oh.
And half of which dumbass bitch.
So, it's funny that it's crazy you say these things.
Why don't nobody want to accept that bitch?
I think
she went and killed the girl Cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on it. She was asleep. Snacking on it. Killing people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her a restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. And she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people.
Once news of the betrayal surfaced, social media erupted. Fans clamored for answers, while others rallied around Jay-Z, praising his resilience. The response was as volatile as it was passionate. Throughout his career, he has carefully shaped his public image, managing narratives, controlling leaks, and engaging his community. Yet now, those same followers are witnessing him not as the untouchable mogul, but as a man grappling with turmoil. Can the empathy of the crowd mend the cracks that betrayal carved?
You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston? Why did that house burn up? Who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
That was very weird. The next day, within a week?
The next day.
The next day.
And still, no real investigation on how the house just went up in flames.
Man.
I guess they paid y'all off. Like they paid y'all off for that Astro World.
So let me ask you,
Texas politics.
Yeah, Texas politics, man. It's that right there. We're gonna talk about the episode, but for right now, I just got to get your take on when we see a Killer Mike win 3 Grammys
and get arrested immediately after because Jay-Z paid somebody up just so he couldn't have a good night. You Sean.
Hey, man.
Weirdo. I don't get no what you got. You hit that neural link. You'll never outthink me. Ever. All I do is frustrate your AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your wife. You gonna handle me. You can't even control that goofy bitch. You should have did a better job. Maybe she wouldn't have had to lose her mind on Kathy. Because you ain't protecting you. You're protecting her. Wonder why.
That's a good break.
It was all like, and I'll be honest, and I said this, I was like, I feel like Jag doesn't have the right people behind her, like somebody like trying to help organize and shit like that. But I do see
I got the right people behind me, but everybody can be bought. Sean Carter has been buying companies and stopping my projects for 15 years.
Oh, Mr. Diddy, aka Mr. Love, now. Dr.
No, Sean Carter.
Jay. Okay. That's why it's Fuck Rock Nation. Hey. Wow. Wow.
I'm going to tell everybody about Big L, Sean.
Big L?
I would just rather do it on the stand, Sean. Please sue me. I want to go to court. And I want to talk about Big L on the stand.
Wow. What's your thoughts about Dame Dash?
Dame Dash got fucked by somebody who was supposed to be his friend. I'm going to tell you something right now, Sean, because I know you're watching. Or you have someone watching. I'm going to admit something right here on AT2 channel that I've never admitted before. People think I'm a snitch. The truth is I'm the best secret keeper in the world. I keep secrets even when I'm about to say my husband don't know. I started fucking Big L when I was 14 years old.
Whoa.
We kept it on the low because I was young. You didn't know that, Sean. And you don't know everything that L told me about you. Please sue me. I want to go to court.
Wow.
I want to tell everybody in the world all the things that Big L told me about you when I was fucking him.
So this Big L is associated.
Big L is the one that put Jay-Z on.
Wow.
Jay-Z was the last person to see Big L alive.
Wait, so this Big L person is not living on this earth no more?
He's been dead for years.
Path forward could shape Jay-Z's legacy in a profound way. Will he allow this moment of betrayal to define him, or transform it into a springboard for renewed power and authenticity? His resilience is the stuff of legend. He has weathered scandals, personal losses, and fierce rivalries. Time and again, setbacks became platforms for statements. Yet betrayal cuts deeper, challenging the very core of identity and demanding either reinvention or collapse. When treachery fuels the fire, what kind of comeback will rise from the ashes?